In episode 78 we showed you some of our off-grid life at anchor in Peniche Harbour, before setting off on 2 more day hops, enjoying some amazing sunrises and calm seas to arrive into our favourite city anchorage of Porto. This time join us on a 60 nautical mile trip up the mighty Douro River, through the beautiful countryside and Europe's deepest lock. This is Intrepid Bear, a 40-foot sailboat on her way home after 3 years of adventures.
Join us, Kate and Ian, as we navigate the challenges of voyaging back to the UK.
Back in the stunning city of Porto after 2.5 years, we were pinned down by some impending northerly winds, but we love Porto, so we were quite happy to be stuck for a few days to enjoy the city and rest after several days of pushing north. One thing we had some fun doing was identifying the locations of a couple of photographs of my dad from the 60s when he visited with the Royal Navy. Now we got up early this morning, alarm went off at 6 o'clock, which is quite crazy for us. And we're in a queue, which is also quite crazy for us. Well, this morning we are going on a bit of a busman's holiday. We're going on a cruise up the Douro River as far as Pinhão, where we went before on our road trip. But to go up the river, there's some big locks on the dams that the boat has to go up, I think. I'm really looking forward to it. Hoping the sun comes out a bit, because it's a little bit grey at the moment. But yeah, it should be really nice. We would have loved to take on the mighty Douro River in our own boat, but Porto's many bridges and the locks on the river mean it can't be done on a sailing boat with the mast up. So this mini cruise, which included 2 meals, a bottle of wine and a vineyard tour, was definitely the next best thing. Still in the lower reaches of the river at the moment. It doesn't look like the Douro Valley that we visited before. We haven't got all the terracing for the vineyards and everything, but still pretty spectacular. Not that sunny yet, but very nice nonetheless. It's just still on the outskirts of Porto at the moment, I think. And about, what is it, 5 miles to the...
5 or 6 miles.
5 or 6 miles to the first dam. We're just going around the corner to the first dam. I think this one is only not so many metres as the others, I can't remember the numbers. Kate will tell you. But yeah, we'll have to go up a lock to go up the dam, which will be pretty cool. It's difficult to see, but it looks like the dam gate is shut and there's a boat coming. I did see a boat coming down, so I think there'll be a boat, the gate will open and a boat will come out in a minute, I think. That was pretty damn cool, and that is the smallest lock on the river. There's 2 more dams, I think 2 more we've got to go through with even bigger locks, but very, very cool. So that's the chains for the door, lift the door up and down. As we got further up the valley, the riverbanks started to get steeper, and some of the characteristic vineyard terracing was starting to appear. And then we rounded the bend to another large dam called the Barragem de Carrapatelo, which is home to Europe's deepest lock. Well, that's the edge of the door up there. That door has obviously just been raised up. Well, that's amazing. Look at that. It just slides down and shuts it. And this lock, I mean, I think this is about 30 odd meters. Absolutely huge. Look at the size of it. This is absolutely unreal. I mean, look at that lock door behind me there. That will just come down. I'll just come down and shut there, and then we rise up 30 odd meters. That's unbelievable. So you probably can't see it, but that's a train track up there, the railway line, and this is apparently a spectacular railway trip. So yeah, it runs along the top up here as well. Look, that is apparently quite a trip to do on a train. So this is much more like we recall. You've got the terrace up here, and all the vineyards, the Quintas, the first recognisable one over here. So yeah, absolutely stunning. This is what I remember. This is what I came for. Beautiful. Got a lot more like a river now, and it's really rocky banks. I don't know, 10 meters over here. Not very far at all for a boat as big as this. So yeah, that's quite tight. this really clever system down here where the boat ties onto a bollard and the bollard floats up. So obviously holding your boat alongside in a lock is quite difficult, because especially on this high you can't tie onto the top. I suppose in the old days they just used to move the rope up every time the thing came up, although in the old days this wasn't here. So but now they've got these floating bollards that come up as the boat's coming up.
Exiting the last lock and passing the Quintas of some well-known port brands, we approach Pinhão and journey's end.
So here we are, Pinhão, 2.5 years late.
Yeah, well, not quite, but yeah, January 22.
Yeah,
No, it's May 24.
Yeah. Now we've got to catch the bus and go to the Vineyard tour on the Quinta. Yeah. And taste some port. So we saw these strange domes when we came here before. Pretty sure they keep the port in them, or did. I'm sure we'll get told in a minute.
The Vineyard tour was very brief, but as the sun made an appearance over the valley, it was a stunning location to end an awesome day. Back down by the sea, and we were looking for weather windows to continue our voyage north. Please join us next time when we set out in some uncomfortable conditions to make that push to A Coruña in Spain. That will be our jumping off point to cross the Bay of Biscay. There is very little plain sailing, and at times it all becomes a bit too much. But it will be good to say farewell to the Atlantic coast of Spain and Portugal. Thank you for watching.